Hey guys, what's up? It's Mary, and today I want to talk about words. Not only is my degree all about words and like language and communication, all that jazz, but it's also important based on what we do, because I know there's a saying called action speaks louder than words. However, those words also have such a high significance, because recently my priest at church, he said something so beautiful, and it literally has stuck with me to this day. And keep in mind, this was probably from the 2nd of March. This was when I went to church on the 2nd of March. I don't know if it was actually the 2nd of March or like I just wrote it down quickly, but it's actually so important because what he said in that homily that he gave was just so beautiful. Like, it's still sticking with me to this day, and it's right now, like, what, I don't know what date it is. Let me tell you what he said, and you will be mind blown on how important words really are. Okay, words are powerful. It tells us who we are. I'm gonna like give you a minute to like think about that, because it's so true. We know that words can hurt people. We know they can also encourage people. So we have to really think about the words we use, because our words make the biggest impact. The thing is, you never remember what people say, that's true, but you remember how you feel, right? Yeah, that's the same. I know it's irrelevant and sort of like defeats what I just said, like it's an oxymoron kind of thing, or ironic kind of thing, but think about it. You always do remember the words you say to someone as well, but you also do remember what you made them feel. But that topic is for another day. But what I'm focusing on today is words are so important. It tells us who we are. It reflects who we are. Like, we don't realize the impacts of words we have on people. Like, our words affect people. We are wasting time making all these words, but if we're not doing any good with the words that we say to others, then what's the point in saying them? If you have nothing good to say, then say nothing at all. So, what I'm essentially going at is that words play a huge part in everyday life. It's how we communicate with people. Like, people don't understand that the words they say can hurt people, and the words that they say can lift somebody up. The affirmations you tell yourself, saying like, you are beautiful, you are worth it, you deserve the entire world, and you do, kind of notion shows you that words do play a part, and it reflects on who you are. If you're feeling bad about yourself, if you're feeling self-confident, if you're feeling self-conscious, and you're feeling confident, not self-confident. Is that even a thing, self-confident? You know what? I don't know. I'll think about that later. But like, self-confidence, oh, it is a thing. It is a thing. Okay, self-confidence, and then self-conscious, and then I'm on the roll of thinking. Okay, so let me rephrase that. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the words you say make an impact, whether you realize it or not. If you are a person that releases and gives off bad energy based on your words, you're not only damaging yourself, you're damaging others. And as human beings, we always tend to help other people, and we are worried about others. So if we're worried about others, why can't we be worried about ourselves? So we have to realize that words are important, and I'm just going to end this video on some quotes about words, because quotes are great. Words itself are words that just have a way to impact people based on how they're written. You have the opportunity, you have the ability to make a difference in your own life and the lives of others through what you say to them. Having a conversation and just expressing your true feelings to somebody is the most rewarding thing ever. Like, bottling things up is not good for you. So expressing your words and expressing what you're feeling in words are so important, because it does reflect who you are, but it reflects who you are in a good way, because you don't want to carry that burden that you have in yourself. That burden can manifest into something horrible, and that I don't want anyone to ever go through. So take it from me, take a deep breath and just breathe and let out your words. It will reflect who you are, and you can always change the words you say. That's the beauty of words, is that there are so many words in the English dictionary, and any other language in the world. I don't know all the languages, but I know there's a lot of words in the world. you have that power to change the way you speak to yourself, the way you speak to others. And I'm going to give you those quotes now because I will go off on another tangent if I don't say what I'm supposed to say. But yeah, your words have an impact on your life and the lives of others. And your word does reflect who you are as a person, and you have the power to change what words you use. Okay, so I'm gonna get on with my quotes now. So, the first quote I really loved is, words are free. It's how you use them that may cost you. I've basically touched on that, like in the sense that you have control over the words you say. So may as well use those words for good. Don't use it to put somebody else down. Use it to lift them up. Because guess what? We're all in this world together. We're all taking the journey together, whether we realize it or not. So may as well do it to make a difference. If you use your words for bad and for evil and for putting other people down, you're only putting yourself down because you're putting yourself onto a lower level than anybody else. So instead of putting someone else down, reach out your hands, pick them up instead. Okay, so another one is, even when you're mad, think before you talk. The words you say can only be forgiven but never forgotten. But you know how I was saying before how action speaks louder than words, and also people would never remember what you say, but they will remember how you said it, kind of thing. That sort of links in together and sort of creates this opposite kind of thing from that quote saying. But like for me, I remember both how I was feeling and what that person said to make me feel that way. So in a way, I do disagree with the quote I said about like people would never forget what you said, but like what you made them feel, kind of thing. I agree with that. I still agree with that statement, but I also want to add on to the fact that, you know what, I actually still do remember what people say to me, because that feeling I had when that person said it has never left, you know? Like if someone has said something about my face or something, I will always remember that they said something was wrong with my face, even though I know for a fact they're wrong and that there isn't anything wrong with my face, but the words they said and how they said it still affect me today. So, yeah, basically, careful what you say to people and careful on how you say it to somebody, because it depends on who you're talking to, but I feel like everybody has that same emotion of feeling self-conscious and being aware that words do hurt. You have to remember that. Words hurt. They have the ability to affect somebody for the rest of their life, if anything. Yeah, so the next one is leading. It actually goes really well. It transitions really well into this quote. Okay, it says, words are powerful. They can create or they can destroy. Choose your words wisely. And now that is what I call a beautiful, beautiful sentiment and basically a brilliant way to summarize everything I've been saying in this video. So if you kind of got confused, that was the quote you should probably remember out of this video. I will even put it in the description box below because it's so freaking important and so true, because it's just, yeah, words can either break you or shape you, literally. Okay, so now I'm gonna leave it off with the quote that's from the Bible, because we always gotta go back to God's word and see what He wants from us, because that's the most important thing as a Catholic. Okay, so in Mark 13:31, I'm using the newly revised standard version of the Catholic edition. I think that's the Bible one I'm using. Could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll put it here. Okay, so heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. So basically, the most important words you'll ever need to know are God's words, because His words will never change. The only thing that can change is the way you say the words, the way you reciprocate, and the way that you would use the Bible in a way to reflect who you are. So, yes, I really hope this entire video makes sense and that you enjoyed my words, because I know that I may not be the perfect Catholic, and I know I may not be the brightest crayon in the crayon box. I know that. I don't even know why I chose to use the crayon analogy, but I did it anyway. That's fine. I live with that little weird thing I just did. But yeah, so essentially, if that video didn't make sense, I'm so grateful. If that video didn't make sense, basically, the key message is words are important. Be careful what you use. So yeah, I I hope you guys like this week's video. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below anything you guys want me to do in the near future. And I'll see you beautiful human beings next week, and I hope you have a blessed day. I love you all.
Let it go.